Hey stamping friends, it's Angie here with Too Cool Stamping. Hey, I just wanted to jump on here and talk a little bit about my new 2025 In Color Club. This is something that I've been doing for many years, but this year it's a little bit different than what you may have been used to for those of you who may have participated in the past. So I've had a lot of questions and it's definitely something a little bit different. So I wanted to share with you kind of the ins and outs of how it works and give you a peek at the cards that you can make with all of the kits that you'll be doing over the course of 5 months, and hopefully answer any questions that you may have. I have signups going on right now. You can go to toocoolstamping.com and get information there. But let's just talk about it a little bit. So first of all, what is my In Color Club? Well, as it's been in the past, it's a way for you to collect all of the new In Color products at kind of a layaway plan. You're doing it month to month and a little bit at a time, but you'll eventually have all of the brand new In Color colors and all the different products that those entail. So the In Colors are basically something that Stampin' Up! Introduces 5 new colors that are kind of trendy, and they're available for 2 years only, and then they'll be gone. So it's just a limited time, but it's fun to get all of those colors in and mix them in with our current color collection for some really fresh new color combinations. It's so much fun to experiment with the colors, and adding some different colors in makes everything a little fresh and a little new. So that's why it's fun to get these products in hand. So I've come up with a way over the past few years to have a fun way of collecting those over the course of time. So you're not having to buy all of them all at once. In the past, if you've participated, you are familiar with, we had 5 months, we had 5 colors, we had 1 color per month, and we kind of split it up that way. This year we're doing it a little bit differently, and the reason is because things have kind of changed with the shift of Stampin' Rewards now being earned by the customer rather than in a workshop setting. Also, I am not allowed to place orders for you anymore. You have to place orders for yourself through your own account. So I had to do things a little bit differently, and instead of me collecting all of the items and then packaging those up and sending them to you, we're doing it a little bit different this year. So this is what we're doing. It's a little bit different in the fact that it's a progressive style. Instead of 1 color per month, you're going to get all the supplies that you need in the first month to do the cards for the first month. And they may not be all in the same color family. They may not even have very many colors. The first month, it's a lot of basic supplies. But then each month, you're going to build on that. You're going to add more color supplies, and then you'll have new cards that you can work on with those supplies. The next month, you'll add some more supplies, and we'll do some things with the new supplies there. So each month, we'll have different things just so that you can do the cards for that month. You'll also notice that I've really gotten away from the cards being strictly with one particular color. And I've done that in the past few years. I've kind of gotten away from that anyway. But this time I've really spent a lot of time just kind of inspiring you with some different color combinations. So there's not, you might get a strawberry slush ink pad in the first month, but you're only using it a little bit because we have it with a lot of other colors and things that are happening. So you may need some other inks, some other colors from your collection to finish your projects. I have some suggestions. If you don't have a particular color, I'll have some other colors that you can use. But I think you'll find that the cards are very versatile, and you'll be able to use a lot of the things that you already have if need be. Again, the focus is on the In Colors and the things that you're going to have in your kit. So that's the basic of it, and I've had a lot of questions about how that actually works. So let me just kind of go through what some of that is. So I mentioned each month you're going to have a set of supplies that you're going to purchase. And the way that's going to work is, now that I am not able to purchase for you, I'm going to send you a suggested list of things to purchase, and it will be in the form of a shopping cart. Now this is kind of a new thing that Stampin' Up! Has. I've only used it a few times myself, but it's a great new way for me to put your whole shopping cart together, shopping cart like you would see on any online account. I put the shopping cart together for you with all of your suggested items, and then I'll send you a link via email. You open that up, and it gets opened up into your own personal Stampin' Up! Account, and then it's like you're on your online shopping, only your cart is already filled up with the suggested items that I put in there. The amount of the items is going to be somewhere between $52 and $55. I can't remember, kind of varies per month. But it'll be right in that $52 to $55 range. Now, the cool part is, the thing that makes it so super easy and flexible is you finish up the cart however you want to. You can modify that cart, that shopping cart, however you want to. So if there's something on it that you don't like, maybe you already have purchased the paper or the gems that we have for that month. Maybe you've already purchased some of the in color items and you don't need to purchase any extra. Just substitute. Delete that, put in something else that you would rather have instead, and that's just fine. So if you've already started purchasing from the new catalog and maybe you already have some of these items, you can still participate. Just substitute out some items. The only thing I ask is that you have that minimum, whatever that minimum is for the month. If it's $52, if it's $54, I'll let you know what that minimum is, and you just need to meet that minimum with whatever products you choose. So choose the suggested and go with what I give you in the shopping cart. You'll know that you'll be taken care of for what you need for to make the cards that you are going to be that you'll have for that kit for that month, or change it. If you want, maybe you want more gems, maybe you want a couple packs, maybe you want extra ribbon, maybe you want 2 packs of the designer series paper. However you want to change and modify that shopping cart, it's all up to you. You just have to hit that minimum requirement. Now, the thing that's really cool about it is, because you're ordering on your own, you earn the Stampin' Rewards. That's the whole new program, is that if you have a $20 order or more, which this will be, you start to earn your own Stampin' Rewards in the form of 10% back on your future purchases. So for every order that you place, it's going to be between $52 and $55 for your suggested shopping cart. So you'll get the $5.20 or $5.50 back for Stampin' Rewards for your future orders to use on that. The cool part about Stampin' Rewards is you can use them for your next order, or you can save them up and then use them all together later on for a bigger purchase. You just have to remember, when you're using it for your club, you have to have your minimum order met. And that means after you would apply, if you have $10 in Stampin' Rewards to use and you have to have a minimum of $52 or $3, then you just need to have a $62 or $3 order, because you know that you're going to be taking those rewards off. So that's the only caveat there with the rewards. But the cool part is that you earn them directly. So I love that part of this program. Okay, so yeah, those are the basics. So I've had several questions. Let me go over some of those questions. The one was, what if I already own the stamp set that you're using? What if I already own whatever color of cardstock or gems and I don't need any more? Like I mentioned, you modify your own shopping cart however you want to. So that is the cool part. I also give the option when you register to, if you want to purchase the bundle, let me go back for just a second. In addition to in-color items, I'm also including a couple of stamp sets and some designer series paper and other things from the Florals in Bloom suite. That is going to be our major suite that we're using for all of our cards. And I usually, for every in-color club, I've always just used like one stamp set, and that's the stamp set that you would purchase on your own to get it. But this time, it's going to be included as part of your monthly shopping cart. So that is super cool. So we're going to actually end up with 2 stamp sets. We'll end up with the Sweet Blooms stamp set and also the Pretty Floral stamp set. And you're also going to, I'm adding in a pack of designer series paper, the Florals in Bloom paper. And so all the cards that you make will have some kind of designer series paper, and you'll take that out of your own Florals in Bloom designer series paper pack. All of the rest of the supplies will be in your kit. And we'll talk a little bit more about card kits in a minute. So I just wanted to share with you this beautiful paper up close. It is so gorgeous, and I love it because it has all of the new in colors in it. That's the Secret C. I'm sure that it's not, you can't see it as well on the computer through our screens and everything, through our cameras, but it really is beautiful. If you like florals, it has some really gorgeous patterns and some watercolor patterns on the, coordinating patterns on the back. This is my absolute favorite. It has all my favorite 2 cool colors in it. So you're gonna get this pack as part of your first month's kit, as well as the Sweet Blooms stamp set. So the first kit is not gonna have a lot of in-color products in it, but it will have all of your basics so that you can create your cards and eventually be using all of the in-color products that you will get to come in your future months. Cloud cover. I love that beautiful cloud cover. It's kind of like a soft grayish blue. Whoops, that's the same one. Sorry. Last one. Was that the same one? Yes. Last one. So this, in addition to all of the new in colors, has a lot of other colors as well from the Stampin' Up! Collection. So we'll be using a lot of those colors, and you'll see how beautifully the new in colors go with a lot of the other colors in the collection. So that was kind of my goal too, is to give you projects to kind of inspire you, let you explore some color palettes, and get you really using those colors in different ways. Okay, so back to one of my questions was, what if I want the bundle? Or what if I want to add something else? I don't have the Stampin' Blends markers are not included in the actual club, but you can always add those. So for example, sorry, let me do this one. In your first month's kit, you're gonna get the stamp set. But if you want to upgrade to the bundle, you can let me know and I can add it to your shopping cart. Or maybe you hadn't decided to do that and I sent your shopping cart. Just go ahead and you do it on your own as you're shopping. Just add the bundle in, take off the individual stamp set, and you're good to go. So either let me know and I can add that into your cart, or you can do that on your own. Same with blends markers. Many of you like to also purchase the blends markers as we go, and I can add that into your shopping cart each month along the way. Or you can do that on your own whenever you want. If you want to get all of them all at once, you can. If you want to save up all your rewards and maybe in the last month you can use your rewards on something like that, you could do that too. So it's a very, very flexible on your end on how you want to purchase everything. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit more about how each month breaks down, because like I said, it's a little bit different. It's not this month is this color, this month is this color, this month is this color. It's all a little bit different, and it all kind of depends on what products I was using on each of the cards, and I will show you those. We'll have a little sneak peek of all of those in a few minutes. So actually, maybe we'll just do it as we go. So let me just give you a description of, and I do have them color coded. All the months are color coded, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're getting all the supplies for Timid Tiger in the first month, even though Timid Tiger is my color month. Okay, so that's just for my own reference, and not really much to do with what it is. And it's, I think, well, I started doing it by when I was giving you the ink pad, but then it didn't work out that way. So it's just kind of my own little color coding. So don't get too wrapped up into month 1 is Timid Tiger month. You're not really going to get a lot of Timid Tiger things. Okay, let's just jump in and you can see how it's going to work. So month 1, you're going to spend $54 for the minimum, and again, any way you want to, but I will give you a suggested shopping cart sent to you, and that's going to include the Timid Tiger ink pad. You're going to get the Sweet Blooms stamp set. You're going to get the Florals in Bloom Designer Series paper, a whole full 12 by 12 pack, and you will get the in color flat pearls, which these are so super awesome. They're flat, so they're really nice for mailing, and they're super shiny, and all of the brand new in colors. So you'll be using these on all of your projects as well. So we'll have that, and then for that month, you'll place the order. I'll give you a timing on that. You'll get that minimum order in, again, modified and adjusted however you want, as long as the minimum of $54 is met. And that's before shipping and tax, and it's after any Stampin' Rewards are applied. Then I will send you a class kit for that month, and you'll get all the supplies for 2 cards each of 2 different designs. And when I say all the supplies, I'm going to give you all of the cardstock, all of the different, any die cuts that are needed, any layers that you're going to need, any ribbon or designer series paper or pearls. Those are going to be things that you provide from your bundle that you're ordering. So anything that's consumable like that, you will provide those, and I'll give you the measurements and how to put those together. Okay, so the very first card, you're going to get 2 supplies to make 2 of these cards. Let Joy Bloom. I love all these beautiful die cuts, and that's what that is, a die cut. You'll stamp this in your Timid Tiger new ink. You'll have a little die cut that I'll send you there. You are going to supply the designer series paper and the embellishments on this one. Okay. The thing I love about you having the paper is that I can design cards that use a lot more paper than I used to when I had to cut my own class kits. I was trying to, I need a 2x4 piece so I can cover the whole class with with 1 or 2 packs of paper. But because you're going to have your own pack, we can be a little more free with the designs, and you can have a bit more fun with the different designer papers. So that was one thing I had a lot of fun with. Okay, the second one that you'll get 2 each of this Hello Lovely card. And again, you'll see the first one had the strawberry slush background, so that kind of went with the end colors, but this one is Misty Moonlight, and I'm actually using Misty Moonlight. You could, if you already had Secret Sea, use that. It's a very similar color. I'm using Summer Splash that's the background here. So you can see how Cloud Cover and Summer Splash, Misty Moonlight, and this is Stamped Off Timid Tiger. They all kind of go together so beautifully, and it all kind of comes out of the Florals and Bloom paper. So that is going to be your first month. Then the second month, the minimum is going to be just $51. You're going to get the Strawberry Slush cardstock, the Strawberry Slush ink pad. Then you'll get the Pretty Florals stamp set. If you want to upgrade to a bundle, you can do so. Just let me know, or you can modify that after you get your shopping cart. You'll also get the Secret Sea ink pad. Then you're going to have 2 more designs of cards. So this one uses the Secret Sea ink and also the Timid Tiger ink pad for that little background. And I'll send you all the die cuts. You're going to add your own designer series paper. I'll give you the measurements for that and that piece. And you'll add your own embellishments. So that is one of the varieties. The next one is taking a lot of your ink pads and making this beautiful wildflower arrangement up there. And I love that I'm using, is it called Gallery Blooms? I can't remember the name of it, but it's a brand new embossing folder. So I like to put in some different new products that, give you a taste of those as well. I'll give you the die cuts for these 2 layers of die cuts, and you'll stamp these and then stamp all of these. Now, remember, if you don't have the die cuts, you're going to have to either you'll have to cut that out somehow. They're not hard to cut out. They're just, flowers. The leaves are a little bit hard to cut out. So that's something to keep in mind. I encourage you to get the bundle, but you absolutely don't need it. So, but for something as intricate as this, I'm just going to give you a scrap or 2 of basic white paper, and then you would stamp that and do die cutting on your own, or just cut with the paper snips. All right, so that is month number 2. Month number 3, for me, it's the Darling Duckling month, but for you will get Darling Duckling cardstock, the Darling Duckling ink pad, the Strawberry Slush linen ribbon, faux linen ribbon, the Darling Duckling faux linen ribbon, and the Timid Tiger cardstock. So all of those things, and then we'll have 53 would be your minimum for that month. And then you're going to have 2 different cards. This one has a fun little opening. You can stamp on the inside. I'm giving you the die cuts. This is in Secret Sea. If you want to do some coordinated stamping, that is in Shaded Spruce stamped off, as well as the Strawberry Slush. I have another little embossing folder over here and again, I can't remember what they are. I haven't memorized these things yet, but, and you get a stamp, you get to use your faux linen ribbon on this one. So this will come out of your order, as well as the designer series paper will give you the dimensions for that, and then some cloud cover accents for that. So that's card number 1 for month 3. Card number 2 is our Darling Duckling card. We'll have some ribbon on that as well, some pretty flowers. You can just stamp that on there, so it's pretty easy to cut those out if you don't have the die cuts from a bundle. And some different layering with the textured notes, layers, and stylish shapes dies, and all those die cuts will be given to you. I just realized that I did use a die cut for this particular designer series paper piece, but I'll just give you the dimensions for that, and you can just if you have textured notes dies, you can use those. Otherwise, you can just use the dimensions to cut that piece out. You really can't see the texture very much in it anyway. I just was getting kind of crazy with the textured. I love textured notes. Textured notes dies are awesome. Okay, month 4 is my cloud cover month. Now, just as some information, you may or may not know that the cloud cover ink pad is not available for purchase. They've had some quality color issues with the cloud cover ink pad, and there's been some kind of a chemical problem that happens where the color changes over time. So, uh-oh. Now I'm going to have my child interrupt me. I knew she would. Just a minute, I'll be right there. Okay, we're going to wrap it up quickly. So cloud cover ink is not available. However, you can purchase, it's just because of the firm foam ink pad that makes a chemical reaction with the ink and changes the color over time. So what they've announced is the color in the refill ink for cloud cover and the color in the markers and the Stampin' Blends, those are all fine. You can get the uninked ink spots, and those will, you can just put the refill ink in that, and you can have a small 1x1 inch ink pad, and you can use that as an ink pad, or you can use the markers. But that's the best way to get that color. But the cloud cover ink pad will not be available to customers at all. Okay, let's see. I'm going to show you, I'm going to see if I can get through without, yeah, I'm going to have to do this in 2 things. I'm sorry, I didn't want to have to interrupt, but I have to go take care of something with my daughter really quick. So, okay, look forward to part 2 in about 2 minutes. All right, see you then. Bye-bye.